Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. I see we have a couple people already in watching. Mandy is in the chat. Welcome in. So excited to see everybody. Um, it's been a while since I have done a Bring with the Bones show, and I'm so excited to do this one. I'm going to jump right in just because I have a lot to say um, about my trip. So let me get some of my notes up. I forgot to do that. Okay, so I recently took a trip to Walt Disney World. Of course, a lot of you already know we were there the week of Halloween in the Orlando area. We were there the week of Halloween. Um, and we actually had planned on doing Universal at that time. So we did some of the cute little Halloween things around the resorts. We went trick or treating at the Poly, stuff like that. And then we actually did 3 days at Universal that trip. So we didn't really do um at Disney parks at all. But Dawn had already been there and she had planned on being there, for her 3-week time frame to do all of her stuff with the channel. And so we did our 3 days at Universal and it was awesome. And I see that Dawn has a live stream planned for that on Tuesday to talk about her aspect, and I'm sure Will talk about his aspect of the Universal trip. And then I have a Brewing with the Bones planned in a couple more Saturdays just because Will and I are headed to Disneyland in 5 days. Actually, I guess we're leaving in 4 days, but we'll be in the LA area in 5 days. So, long story short, I decided to come back home for a week after our Universal trip, and then I bought an annual pass, and I decided just to go back with Dawn and spend a week solo trip working on my travel agent stuff for social media. And so that is what I did. I decided to plan my first ever solo, kind of solo. Dawn and I were staying in the same place, but we did our separate things for the most part. And so I'm still going to call it my solo trip as a brand new annual pass holder. So I'm so excited. I got this in the mail yesterday, actually. I'm sure it's been in the mail for a couple days, though. It's hard to check our mail every day. So you open it up and my magnets. I got 2 magnets. I am super, super excited about this. I've just heard that getting a pass holder magnet is kind of random and you're lucky if you get one. And so I'm super excited to have 2 of them. Um, they're amazing. You can scan the little QR code here and you can interact with them on your social media. So I am super excited about this. Again, it's random if you get one in the mail or not, I've heard. And then if you are a pass holder and you will be in the Orlando area soon, they are doing the magnet distributions at Animal Kingdom this time. And I think Figment is one of them. And I think there's another one you can pick up. Orange Bird, maybe, like the last time. So if you are in the Orlando area, make sure to get your cute little pass holder magnet. If not, they're like $5 on Etsy. So you can't always buy these, but I'm super excited that I got these in the mail. And so thank you. Welcome in, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and add this slide to the screen here. So again, I'm going to call this my solo trip, first annual pass holder trip. Like I said, I bought the annual pass and then I flew down immediately. So I am just super excited on cloud nine about it. It was an amazing trip. And so I'm kind of going to recap everything. I know Dawn and Will have done their own recaps on their end. So I'm going to kind of recap on my end. This coffee mug is super cute, by the way. It's just so hard to drink out of. All right. So like I said, I kind of did my own thing while I was here. Dawn and I did stay together a little bit. And so we will go over that too. All right, so let's get into it. All right, my travel day was on Monday, November 13th. My flight was at 9:30 a.m. from the DFW area, which is in Texas, the Dallas area of Texas, and I flew straight to Orlando. No layovers or anything. I landed around 12:30ish. I went, picked up my luggage, picked up my rental car, and I headed straight to Animal Kingdom from the airport. So I was dressed and ready for Animal Kingdom. I parked. My park bag was already ready to go. Hello, Tina. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm really confused why your name is a different color and what that interesting little symbol is on your name. But okay, I'll go with it, Tina. I'll go with it. You're special today. You won something. Um so I got to Animal Kingdom around 2:30. And if you have an annual pass, if you buy an annual pass online, you have to go to the ticket window and pick it up and activate it. And it'll tell you that in your My Disney Experience app that you have to activate it before it'll work. So I went to the ticket window, got my annual pass, and I was rocking and rolling. I was super hungry, hadn't had anything at all. Oh, members of the channel are green. Okay. See, I haven't done a live stream, I guess, since we added members of the channel. So I thought y'all were very special, but you are very special. That's it. Um, so I immediately got there, went to Animal Kingdom, picked up my AP, took some pictures in front, took some pictures with um my annual pass. I was super excited, and I headed straight to Satuli, which is in the Avatar part of it's an Avatar part of the park. So I walked straight back there, went to Satuli. This is like literally my go-to meal anytime I'm in Animal Kingdom. Satuli is amazing. It's so wonderful. It's basically like a build your own bowl style. I always get the shrimp with noodles and the garlic sauce on it. It is so good. It's just like the best flavors ever in one bowl. It's amazing. So I went straight there. I had the Pandoran Sunrise drink, which is really good. It has some pineapple in it. It's my go-to drink at Satuli as well. I also had a Coke just to start off, get a little caffeine in me. And then I was off to Kilimanjaro Safari. And so this day was sprinkling a little bit. It was overcast, and I've kind of heard that's actually the best time to ride Kilimanjaro because the animals are a lot more active during the rain. So it was basically a walk on. It said like 15-minute wait, but honestly, it was literally a walk on. And so I rode that. The animals were out and about. And so it was super fun. I have some of the pictures up there in the top of me kind of walking through the line queue and getting on the ride. And then the little robot guy is obviously from the Avatar part. And then the animation experience is on there too. And I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But I had so much fun on Kilimanjaro. I sat next to a family who was from New Jersey, actually, and they're pass holders too. And so it was really fun to get to talk to them and experience the animals out and about. and they were super, super active in the rain. And so I then went to Rafiki's Planet Watch and I did the animation experience. So you can see that at the bottom. The animation experience is super fun. If you've never done it, I highly recommend it. You get to draw different, of course, my drawing is up there. I don't want to get up to get it because I'm on the couch. Um, the animation experience, they draw different characters throughout the day with an animator. And so it's really fun. I got Piglet this time, which is awesome because Will and I have done Pooh Bear at Disneyland. So again, you show up and they tell you what you're going to draw. So you don't, it's not on the app or anything, but there is a schedule posted at Rafiki's Planet Watch that tells you what times the scheduled animation experiences are. But when it's your time, little robot guy. Yeah, he's pretty tall, Tina, but to me, he's just that little robot guy. I don't really know what he's called. I don't really think he's from the movies either. I think he's just there to look cute. And he does, because he's got a cute little beard and Santa hat on. Um, and so the animation experience, I got Piglet. I think what they drew, um, what were they drawing before me? Oh, they were drawing oh my gosh. Jafar's bird. How did I forget his name? Ja How did I forget his name? It literally just escaped me. But Will and I have done it several times. We've done Simba, and that one was pretty challenging, but Piglet was super easy. And so they were doing that. I'm gonna call him Jafar's bird because no, not Zazu. See, that's what came into my head was Zazu. Iago, thank you, Iago. I knew. See, Zazu was what was in my head, but no, they were drawing Iago before I got there, and so I waited. Um, the animation experience, well, so the last train takes you over to Rafiki's Planet Watch at 4 o'clock, but the last animation experience was at 4:40. So I just waited around until 4:40, did the animation experience, took the train, and headed back to the normal section of the park. Dawn and I met up around 5:50ish because we had an individual lightning lane for Flight of Passage. So, and I got that. Dawn refuses to do lightning lanes and Genie Plus, but I took one for the team and I did it. Because that line is always ridiculous and I'm not waiting in that line. So we had Flight of Passage at 5:55. We basically waited right there, got on. Even with the lightning lane, I would say we waited probably 20 minutes, which is uncommon for lightning lanes, I guess. I have never experienced such high wait times in the individual lightning lane queues and lightning lanes. Uh which that was different this trip. The line wait times for the lightning lanes were longer than normal, I feel like. And so it seemed to move pretty fast though. We just got held up right before they put you in your room. So we walked off Flight of Passage and it was around 6:30, 6:45, and it was dark. And it's my first time to see Animal Kingdom in the dark since before COVID, because they've been closing the parks early, closing Animal Kingdom earlier. And so I have not gotten to see Pandora at nighttime in a long time. So we walked off the ride and we got to see Pandora at night. And then we headed to the front of the park. We were at the front of the park around 7:10. I don't know, 7:05, 7:10. And so they were doing their nighttime Tree of Life show, which was really cool. Um, it was awesome. Uh, First time seeing the show. The projections on the tree are amazing. I'm pretty sure you can't tell from this picture. I have a lot more pictures. It was so awesome to see. Really, really cool. And so the park closed at 7. So we left maybe 7:15, 7:20. We went back to our separate cars, and I headed to Publix just to pick up some groceries for the week since this was my arrival day. And I tried to get in bed early just because I woke up early. I had a long travel day. And my next day was Tuesday, the 14th. I did Epcot and I had a very Merry Christmas party that night. So at Epcot, I did Connections Cafe for lunch. This was a first for me. I have never eaten at Connections Cafe. It was amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. I did Guardians of the Galaxy twice. I bought the Lightning Lane and I joined the virtual queue. My cat is trying to push my laptop off. Get down. Miko's a little sassy this morning. So I rode Guardians twice. Um, Here he comes, making his way. Hi, Miko. Um, and I did Moana for the first time. I left Epcot around 2:30 to head to the party for Magic Kingdom. I thought that that was going to be enough time, but let me tell you, that line was insane to get into the party. Um, and I entered the party around 4:30, which was later than I wanted to, and I'll talk a little bit more about the party, in a little bit. So, yeah, Miko's a mess. Yeah, Will, it was a solo trip because I did my own thing for the most part, so I consider it kinda solo. So I entered Epcot, I took pictures. I like to take pictures first thing in the morning before I start, like, sweating and looking all crazy and stuff. So I entered the park, a little bit late too. I don't know, having an annual pass and being there all week and not having kids and stuff, I I kinda slept in a little bit. I didn't wake up at the crack of dawn and get there right at rope drop. I kinda just chilled. So I took some really cool pictures in front of Spaceship Earth right there at the beginning of the day. It was still misting a little bit on and off. And then at Connections Cafe, I had this like honey sesame chicken salad thing, and it was so good. I highly recommend it. Um, I started my day at Spaceship Earth. It was basically a walk on. So I just walked right on. And then afterwards, when I got off, it was pouring down rain. So I headed to Nemo. I rode the Nemo ride and then I did some shopping in that store. And I got some really cool pins for Will and Wyatt, some cute little stocking stuffers for Wyatt. Um, and then I did some looking around in the aquarium and I headed to Connections Cafe where I did lunch. Next was my individual lightning lane call time for Guardians. I did that and I got the song I Ran So Far Away, which is fun because I had not had that song before, so that was a new one for me. So this is me and some random dude that I sat next to who looked terrified the own time. No, I don't think Will's allowed to take a solo trip, because Will knows that I would die here without him, that I need him at home to take care of me. So I don't think he's allowed to. And if he gets an AP, I have an AP, so I would have to go too. So I don't know about that. Um, So I did Guardians of the Galaxy and then I did Test Track, which I have not done Test Track. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you the last time I did Test Track because even when you buy Genie Plus at Epcot, Test Track is normally one of the first things to go, and I just don't understand why. I don't think it's like that great of a ride. I know like a lot of people love it. I think it's fun, but I do think it could be better, and I do think it could be updated a little bit. So I waited 20 minutes for Test Track, probably the longest time I waited for anything this day. the crowd levels were so low. Um, and so then I walked through Moana. Let me see it. No. Okay, so I walked through Journey of Moana or Journey of Water. Um, it was my first time doing it, and I thought it was beautiful, relaxing. Um, Despite super low crowds this day, I think everybody was inside Journey of Water, because it was kind of hard to maneuver your way through and do some of the cool stuff just because I feel like everyone was just shoved into this. Um, and the weather was, like, rainy and overcast, and so I feel like I didn't get the most beautiful pictures from it. I do think it's a beautiful walk-through attraction. Do I think it was necessary? I no, I don't know. I don't really think it's necessary. Um, do I think it belongs in Epcot right behind Spaceship Earth? No, not really. Um, Now, where do I think it belongs? I don't really know. I don't really know. I mean, Animal Kingdom is logic just because it has a lot to do with, like, conservation of water and, stuff like that. But I don't know. It was gorgeous, but it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, take my breath away. I need to do it over and over and over again." But I'm super glad I did it. Got some cute pictures from it. I mean, Will and the boys haven't done it yet, so if we go back, I'll probably do it again, obviously. I think that, Wyatt will like it. But it wasn't, like, the most overwhelming experience. Oh, Test Track is being updated again? I missed that announcement. Mike will know more about that. What are they doing to it? I've missed that announcement completely. Um, okay, so after, I did Guardians again after Moana. It was my callback time, and so um I did Guardians again. I left Epcot around I wanna say the latest was, like, 2:45 that I left. I went back to the resort to kinda freshen up a little bit, get some water, and then I headed GM, which is the sponsor, which is why they're being updated, is going to be updating the interior. Oh, okay. Okay, so before I move on to the Very Merry Christmas Party, Will used to work for General Motors Financial. And if you don't know, you can if you don't know, if you work for GM or GMF, which is the financial aspect, you are allowed to go up into I guess like the conference area in Test Track. So when you get there to the line queue, all you have to do is show them either like a business card or a work badge, and then a cast member will take you up to um the top of it's literally like over the ride. You can see the ride from the GM headquarters there. And so what you do is you get to design your car in there without a line. The last time we did it, they gave us a paper fast pass. I doubt they do that anymore. I'm sure they just scan your band and give you a lightning lane. Um, and then they have like free snacks and drinks and stuff up there, and they let you hang out up there as long as you want to. The conference center is awesome. It has the best view of Epcot. And so we have done that several times. Will no longer works for them anymore. So I don't know if, we could ever do it again. But that is a little hidden gem that if you don't know, if you work for General Motors or General Motors Financial, yes, you can go up into the conference center and it's really awesome. Get out of the heat or the rain. Take your time building your car. You don't have a countdown on it or anything. Um, Drink all the free Coke or Dr. Pepper or whatever you want, get some snacks, and then when you're ready, they just take you back down the elevator, and you have your lightning lane. I'm assuming they still do a lightning lane for people because they used to do a fast pass pre-COVID. So, um, that's a little hidden gem that no one knows about. So, I arrived at Magic Kingdom at 3:30, but the line to get into the party was so frustrating. I got there using the monorail. So I parked, got on the monorail, took it in, and they had ropes everywhere and cast members holding lines up, telling you like you can't pass, you have to stay here. I mean, it was like a mess. So I got there with enough time that I thought I could enter the party at 4 o'clock on the dot. But the monorail line was held up to let people from the bus go to and forth and leave and whatever. And then the line moved to get into the party. You had to go all the way down to where the buses were, and that is where the line started. So I and people around me were just as frustrated as me. I mean, there was a guy who was like, "I have been to this party year after year after year after year, and I have never seen such a mess be made with the lines." I mean, he was like, "Normally they just let you in and out as you please, but you know how when you get to Magic Kingdom, they have the tap styles over here on the monorail side and the tap styles over here on the bus side. Well, they only had the bus side tap styles working. And I was like, I mean, it was a mess. So people were exiting the park from the other side, and they'd only let you get in through that tap style where the bus is on the bus side. It was just a mess. And I mean, Will and I have done the Halloween party, we've done the Christmas party, and I have never seen such a disaster. I didn't know you could get your band at Epcot. Well, when I got there, there was no regular line. They were telling us if we had a party ticket, we had to go to a certain area because I almost entered through the AP line, but they didn't have that side open. They were forcing you to go around into this crazy line. It was literally the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in my life. And everyone around me was frustrated too. I didn't get in, remind you, I got in line at 3:30. I didn't actually get into the park until 4:20 for the party. It was I don't even know what Disney was thinking, but Disney likes to make things a little bit more complicated than they have to be. Um, and so yeah, but Tina, they wouldn't let you. That's the thing. When I was there, when I was in line, they were telling us to get in this line to get in because I was just gonna walk right in through the AP tap style. It wasn't open. And so they were forcing everyone to get in this massive line and wait to get in. But ultimately, ultimately, I'm glad I did because I got to see the party entrance that's behind um that's behind Main Street. So I'm really glad I did because this party entrance that was behind Main Street is just I mean top notch. So they kind of veer you off to the right behind Main Street, behind all the buildings, and they have music going. They have a DJ. They have all kinds of stuff going on back there. So I was kind of glad. I gotta take these off. They're squeezing my head. So I am kind of glad that I waited for that and I went through that because it was so magical. It literally brought tears to my eyes. I'm not kidding you. And so yeah, they were funneling all of us through one entrance. It didn't matter. They were funneling all of us. It was literally insane because the other tap styles was that they were having people just exit all of them for the party because it was, I mean, people were gonna get kicked out in a couple hours. So like I said, the lines were insane. I mean, the second you got off the monorail, you had no choice but to stand in that line. And so, I mean, you can get your band inside, Mike. You definitely can. But there's no point in doing that when they make you stand in this line because you were in this line no matter what. You had no choice, unless I guess you jumped the rope and probably got kicked out of Disney. Um, but and like I said, I've been to the party before, and this is not how they've ever done it. And people around me said the exact same thing. So they may have changed the entrance entering now. Because we did like the third party, I think. Like they had only had one or two parties before the time we did it. So maybe they fixed it. I don't know, but it was a mess. It was a mess. Um, and people were like shoving and yelling at each other and screaming, and you could tell like cast members were flustered. So I'm hoping that they have fixed this since we did the party. But Tina and Dawn were already in, so they just got their bands at one of the distribution centers. I personally don't like to spend party day at Magic Kingdom because I feel like I paid double to get one thing. So I always go to another park first and then go into the party so that I feel like I'm getting my money's worth for the party. I don't know. That's just the way I feel about it. Um, but this entrance was so cool. They had like this DJ girl, Snope was going, crazy music was going. It was just so much fun. I don't know what these, I call them little stilt snow angel walkers is what they look like. They had the toy soldier meet and greets there, and then of course they had the map that you could pick up and the ornament. So first, let me show you the band. The band this year actually was very, very cool. I it's like a real ribbon. It says Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on it, and it was tied around me like this. You do have to cut it off because the strap doesn't, I mean, you can't pull that out. So we did have to cut them off, but I cut it to where you can still see the Very Merry Christmas Party on it. These are super, super cool this year. Anytime we've ever done this party before, they've been like a paper wristband, but these are not paper. These are ribbon. And so these are really nice. Now, it was funny because when we got back to the resort, I looked at Dawn and I said, "So, what is stopping somebody from having a park reservation to Magic Kingdom the day of a party and wearing a wristband that they wore previously and staying at the party?" And she was like, "Well, good point. I don't know. They are different colors. We did figure that out. They are different colors. I think the first night they were white, our night they were red. I saw people wearing green and purple ones too. So they are different colors. So we got red. I'm super excited we got red though. Super cute. And then I'll do the party map. So this party map is actually one of the best ones that I've ever seen. I feel like their party maps used to be not very durable, but these are like super durable, heavy duty. Yeah, like they were, so the ones that we have are like the ones they give you when you enter a club or something, and they just like they were like papery, plasticky things. I don't know. We have several different ones. We have one that is like a plastic cover around it, but then we have one when we went, I can't remember our first time going. It was right after COVID. They had just like the Mickey's Christmas party thing. It wasn't the full blown. Yeah, it was like just a paper one that was like laminated. And so we have yeah, we kept ours. I think we probably have ours from the Halloween party too. In 2000, I don't know when we went, 2016, 17, I think we went to the Halloween party. But the park map, it is super, super cute. It opens up and it tells you where you can find the treats, the holiday twists on attractions, character greetings, entertainment, the dance parties, and it opens up, and you've got the actual map. So, and it tells you where everything is. But I mean, these party guides are like phenomenal this time around. They did such a good job. So the holiday ornament was handed out until 8 p.m. You had to have a valid admission to get an ornament, obviously. The holiday attractions were Jingle Cruise, Mad Hatter's Tea Party, Tomorrowland Speedway, Space Mountain, and Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Um, Specialty foods and drinks. Letter to Santa. It was at Main Street Bakery. A flourless chocolate cake, hot cocoa mousse, and marshmallows topped with chocolate pieces. A winter milkshake was at the Friar's Nook. Creamy coconut milkshake topped with whipped cream, toasted coconut, cinnamon, and crisp pearls. The Christmas cookie cake was at Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. It was a cookie cake roll with buttercream topped with holiday sprinkles. And then the chicken tamale was at Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, served Christmas style with mild red chili and green chili pumpkin seed sauces, cilantro rice, pinto beans, and queso fresco. I did not do any of that. Um, and then the cookies, there were different locations for that. The Holly Jolly photo frames were out. And so you could see all of that. But again, this park map is awesome. And then the holiday ornament is the little it's metal. It's metal. It's really heavy. It has a tag on it that says 2023 and it is a red Christmas toy soldier. It says Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on it. And so that is what I didn't buy any Christmas merch there because honestly, I just wasn't very overwhelmed with it. I didn't think it was worth buying. And so after I entered the party, I went straight to Jingle Cruise, waited, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes. I did Peter Pan and then I did Small World. So I did Boom Boom Boom. Peter Pan I had a lightning lane for, so I just waited 5-10 minutes for that. Small World was a walk on all night, super low wait times. After Small World, I stopped at the Friar's Nook to get a couple of free water cups. I sat down in front of the carousel and I waited until 6 o'clock to get my Tron boarding group, and I got Tron boarding group. So if you're at the party, again, make sure if you want to ride Tron, you get that boarding group at 6 o'clock. So after that, I did Haunted Mansion. And then I did Space Mountain. It was a Christmas show. They had the bump going, and like the lights were crazy, and they had little snowflake lights. I feel like my spinal cord got like I don't know torn apart on that ride. I haven't done that ride in so long, but I wanted to do the Christmas overlay. Um, Yeah, the Spirit jersey was cute. I'm just not, like, giving in to Disney jacking up their prices on stuff like that, and then I just don't feel like it's a good material. So, I don't know. I have so many Christmas Spirit jerseys anyway, and it's, like, 68 degrees outside right now, and I can't I can't justify spending that much money on something that I'm not gonna wear that often. It's not even cold enough to be wearing Spirit jerseys in Texas. Um, so I did a Space Mountain, the Christmas show, and then I did yeah, okay, so I did the laugh floor, and the laugh floor is a Christmas overlay as well. All the jokes are Christmassy, the screen is Christmassy, like, it's super cute. And then after I got off that, my Tron boarding group was called. So I headed straight to Tron. Whew. Um, I'm not keeping up with this. Here are the Jingle Cruise pictures, with the overlay. I got Icicle Irma was the boat I got on. Haunted Mansion, there's my picture on Haunted Mansion. I have several pictures of Haunted Mansion. They had the red and green Christmas lights, on the mansion going at the end of the night, but, throughout the party, they had, like, little snowflakes on the window. It was just really cute. The castle was really, really pretty. And there's the Snope. Um, and so after Tron, I did not wait very long for Tron at all. It was pretty much a walk on, honestly. It was like 5-minute wait time, which is different from the regular oh hi Danielle. I didn't even see you come in. Um it was different. Tron virtual queue went super fast during the party. Will and I have done the virtual queue before during regular park hours, and we waited a really long time to ride Tron. So it was really nice to just basically walk on. And while I was standing in line, it was super funny. So I'm a travel agent with Mickey Travels, and there was a large group of them there at the same time that I was there. And when I was in line, excuse me, my coffee hasn't set in yet. When I was in line, two travel agents stopped me and they were like, "We work for Mickey Travels too." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, nice to meet you." Like, so that was super fun. So I met two travel agents in line that I've never met before. Now I will say Tron was having some major issues with their locker system. Because Will and I have used the lockers before, and it worked very smoothly. This time, however, it was not going well, and it wasn't just me, it was everyone else around me as well. So I picked the locker that was supposed to be open. Uh, Scan your band, you open it, whatever. Someone else's stuff was in the locker. So either they didn't use it properly or the My Magic Band opened their locker, which it wasn't just me having issues. So then I picked another locker. I got a cast member. I said, "Hey, but now it won't lock because it's now connected to that locker." So he had to give me a little key card. Um, it was just like a little plastic card. He said, "Okay, here's your locker, put your stuff in it." He scanned it, tried to open it, it was good, whatever. Got off the ride, my locker wouldn't open. So then I had to go get a cast member. She had to override the locker and open it. But again, they had one cast member working both sides of it, and like everyone was having issues. It wasn't just me. So at first I was like, "Oh, user error, whatever." No, it was everyone. Like these lockers were just like tripping during the party. They were just not having it. So that is something that I would say watch out for. Make sure you really pay attention to the instructions on how to use the locker systems, because that, like I said, the person who has stuff was in it either didn't lock it or My Magic Band unlocked. I'm not sure what happened, but it was crazy, and it made me a little nervous to leave my stuff there because I was like, what if the same thing happens to me? Like, what if somebody unlocks my locker? Um, so that was interesting to say the least. It held me up a little bit trying to get help to get my locker open. After Tron, I did cookies at Harbor House, which had hot chocolate and the chocolate chip cookie. The chip cookie was not anything to write home about. I mean, it was definitely not Nestle Toll House. I'm not a hot chocolate person really, so I skipped the hot chocolate, although we've had it in the past and it is super good. And then the lunching pad had apple cider and the frosted sugar cookie. And the apple cider was very, very good, and so was the sugar cookie. Um, and then after that, I finally met up with Dawn and Tina for the fireworks and the final parade of the night. So at the we did hold on, let me see if there's any okay. So this is the Snope on Main Street. I put the little reindeer in there because I think the reindeers are hilarious. They're super funny to watch dance around on Main Street. So we hit that last parade of the night that was followed by the fireworks show at like 9:20. I don't know. Like Tina said, there were some very odd times for stuff. And then after the parade, Dawn was streaming and we were like about to sign off. Well, then I met more Mickey travel agents. And so that was really fun to get to meet more of them. I also met my team lead uh, as well. So I think I met like 6 Mickey travel agents that I had not previously known. So that was super fun. And then after the parade, we obviously ran to the Haunted Mansion, and then that was it. The party was over, and we went our separate ways. And so Christmas tree pictures. Day 3, Wednesday, I did Hollywood Studios. Um, this was Wednesday, November 15th. Went to Hollywood Studios this day. I went straight to Galaxy's Edge and I had a Ronto roaster. So I mobile ordered it as I was walking into the park. As soon as I was there, it was ready for me when I walked back there. So there's my Ronto roaster. Sorry, Will. This is his favorite thing in the entire world. Maybe I can learn how to make one at home. I know it probably still wouldn't be the same. And then I asked a cast member in Galaxy's Edge in Batu. I spoke to a lovely man who informed me that Mando was about to be on a secret mission and where to find him. And I 100% am not even sad about the fact I may have pushed people out of the way to get up close and personal with Mando and Grogu. Sorry about the little kids that didn't get to meet him, but they're young and I'm sure that they'll bounce back from that. So I am not sad about it at all. That was on my bucket list to get pictures of Mando and Grogu. Grogu was so, so cute. He makes little cooing noises and it was the cutest thing. Mando at Disney World definitely is not like the one at Disneyland. At Disney World, he literally comes out for, I'm not kidding you, he was out for 3.5 minutes. And so when I say I'm not mad about pushing kids out of the way to see him, I'm not sorry about it. I'm not at all, because that was on my list of things to do. And he literally comes out, meets with a couple people, says hi, and then he pretends like he has another mission to go on. And so at Disneyland, though, he walks around Batu. Like you can see him actively walking around and talking to people. It's a little bit different at Disney World. So if he is something that you want to see, um, make sure you get there right on time. Then I headed to Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. Did I have a lightning lane? Yes, I had a lightning lane. I used Genie Plus this day and the day before. Those were the only 2 days I used Genie Plus. Normally if we go, we do it every day because Wyatt just cannot wait in lines. So I had a lightning lane for Mickey and Minnie. I enjoyed taking some pictures with some Pixar characters, and then I headed to Tower of Terror. I had a lightning lane for Tower of Terror as well, but I still had to wait, I think about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes for that. And then I got stuck by these. I'm telling you, this day, me and this girl were so low on this trip, and we got stuck in line by, I'm not kidding you, there were probably 20 frat boys that were all like, oh, dude, it's so scary. Whoa, this ride is so creepy. And I mean, they were just like, I'm too old for that nonsense, and so was she. So it's funny because when we got into the line, you know how the line takes you, like, you can keep going straight or you can veer off right. So we both walked straight because they went right. We get in line. That girl looks at me. She goes, I don't have the energy for them anymore. That's why I went this way. And I said, me too, girl. Me too. That's why I went this way. We ended up getting stuck on the same elevator as them. And the whole time, they were just acting ridiculous. Again, I'm old and I'm over it. Like, there's a point where, like, that's obnoxious, right? Like, I have fun, great, but they were like obnoxious about it. Still enjoy Tower of Terror. It gets me every time. I bought a couple of gifts in the gift store. I think I bought the Haunted Mansion playing cards, and then I bought the I think I bought one pin there. And I bought a Coke because I figured out if you buy a Coke from, like, just the regular Coke stands, they will not honor your, annual pass. They won't give you an annual pass discount. If you buy the Coke in the store that's, like, in a refrigerator, if you walk through the little stores, they do give you an AP discount. I learned that on this trip. Um, yeah, okay, so these guys, I guess they were funny. I would have been more upset about it if Wyatt was with us on the trip because they were yelling out, like, F-bombs on the ride. So, if Wyatt was there, I would have been way more upset, but I was like, "I just don't have the energy for them today." And what's funny is they kept, like, following me around the park. So, it's like anywhere I was, there they were, and I was like, "Oh, geez." Then the rain was really, really coming down at this point. So I stopped at that Joffrey's cart right when you get off Tower of Terror. And I got a cup of water, some coffee. I had my Coke. I loaded up on caffeine, sat there, enjoyed the rain. I enjoyed the music and the ambiance. I love the Tower of Terror music in that section. I waited there for about 30 minutes. Dawn called me and said that she was about to where was she? I think she was at Animal Kingdom. She was gonna come in to Hollywood Studios with me, but the rain and she was so tired, she just ended up not being able to come in, which I totally understand. At this point, she had been on like 2 weeks of park feet. But I rode Alien Swirling Saucers and Toy Story Mania within a 30-minute window with Lightning Lane. Then I headed to the Millennium Falcon on a Lightning Lane, and I rode with a family. This is what you get when you're alone sometimes. I rode with a family who let their like 3-year-old daughter pilot the Falcon, and that was seriously the bumpiest ride I have ever been on in my life. Like, I think I walked off of that ride with the worst back pain. And they were just yelling at each other because the little boys were like, do this, do that, hit the buttons. They were like, it was just, I was like, oh my gosh. I thought it was really funny though, because it just goes to show, I mean, people are into it. So after the Falcon, I made my way to the Frozen Sing-Along and Muppets 3D because it was really, really, really pouring down at that point. Um, so here are some pictures. I met Edna Mode and then I met the Incredibles. So Edna was a really cute meet and greet. This is all in that new Pixar meet and greet place now. Super, super cute. Instead of like veering off towards Toy Story Land, if you just keep going straight instead of taking that right towards Toy Story, this is where they have all the Pixar pals for character meet and greets. Edna was a really, really cute meet and greet, and her line cue is so cute, by the way. But they really don't want you interacting with her at all. It was like, here, smile, okay, bye, have a great day. Um, and it was weird because I was literally the only person that met her in like a 15-minute period because I was watching and no one was going in to meet her. So I don't really know why they rushed you through her a lot. But she was still really cute. Miss Incredible and Mr. Incredible. I don't know what I did with that picture. I know, okay, well, it's not on there. I met them all, and it was funny because I asked Mr. Incredible if he had smashed any cars today. And he laughed and he was like, oh, no, no, no. And Miss Incredible said, yeah, yeah, five, five. Shh, I'm on the stream. Hi, Wyatt. Hi. Don't. Okay, go get. Sorry, my son just walked in. They dropped off Chloe at the groomer and got donuts. And so I asked Mr. Incredible if you smashed any cars, and he said no. And Miss Incredible said, five. And the cast member said, no, Miss Incredible, not for the week, for today. And she goes, oh, okay. So he had smashed 5 cars. No, I don't want you on the screen. He had smashed 5 cars that week already. And so she got a huge kick out of that. And then when I left, I told them have an incredible holiday. And she was like she thought it was so funny that I had a play on words there. After Frozen Sing Along and Muppets 3D Vision, I had a Rodeo Roundup barbecue reservation for 8:10 p.m. and I snagged that super last minute. And so I was just kind of, it was raining and I was kind of just looking for something to do. So I snagged an Oga's reservation for 7:15. And so I went to Oga's and I did have to wait maybe 5-10 minutes after my reservation time, which was fine. I wasn't in a hurry to do anything. And so I ended up at the bar. That's where they normally sit, or put the single or like the people in groups of 2. So I ended up at the bar and I ended up standing next to a guy who actually worked with another travel agency who was there on business as well. And so that was fun. I can't even remember which one I got, but it was super good. So there was my view. I had one drink. It was super good. I highly recommend anything on their menu. It's really, really amazing. Interesting concoctions. I honestly love their snack platters. We've had both snack platters before too. They look really weird, but they're very good. The only thing I would say about this place is that I do think it's pretty pricey. For just one cocktail and a tip, I think I spent like $27. So that is my only thing about this place is it is really expensive and you still have to stand most of the time unless you're in a really, really large group. They will sit you at the big tables, but other than that you're standing. So if you want to sit down, this is not the place to go. After Oga's, I just started heading back to Woody's Rodeo Roundup Barbecue. By the time I got there, my table was called. So we actually have a review of this on our channel. It is so good. So I got there, sat down. My waiter asked me, like, why are you here? I think he noticed I was alone. So he was like, what are you doing here? Just trying to, and I told him, I'm a travel agent, just got an AP, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh my goodness, that's so exciting. And so I told him, it's important for me to do as much as I can and get pictures and video of stuff so that I can report to my clients. And so he ended up talking to me and he told me that Woody's Rodeo Roundup Barbecue has the most hidden Mickeys of any single location on property, meaning I think he said there's like 27 individual hidden Mickeys within the restaurant itself. And some of them are just really cool little tidbits of information. So if you ever dine here, which I highly recommend that you do, ask for those hidden Mickeys and they'll point them out for you. So your starter meal comes with this apple and kale salad, the watermelon with mint, and then a cucumber salad, all of which are very good. I put a huge dent into the cucumber salad this time. The apple kale salad is very good. It has like a Caesar type dressing on it. And then the watermelon was so juicy, so delicious. And he told me that all of the fruits and vegetables are grown on property, and that's how they get them to be so delicious, which obviously. Um, and this is all you can eat. So I ate the salads and he asked, "Do you want more salads or are you just ready for your food?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm just ready for my food." So this platter has ribs, chicken, brisket, sliced brisket, and sausage on it. Again, after doing this a second time, the chicken is still my absolute favorite, and the sweet barbecue sauce is my favorite as well. They have regular barbecue sauce, which is like a very vinegary. They have the sweet barbecue sauce and the spicy barbecue sauce. So the sweet is still my favorite. The ribs were a little bit chewy this time around. Still had a good flavor, just texture-wise, not the best. The brisket was amazing all around. Still like the chicken better. It has a better smoked flavor, but the brisket was so good. And then the sausage is what's wrapped up there on a stick. I super agree with Will about the sausage. It is a delicious sausage, but in Texas, it's not the kind of dinner sausage or like barbecue sausage we're used to. It's more of a breakfast sausage, is what it tastes like. But again, we've talked about how when people go to Disney World, they come from all over the world. And so in Texas, we have different palates than somebody from New York, or even if somebody from overseas comes and eats at this barbecue place, they may not be looking for a super spicy sausage. And so I think Disney kind of sticked to just a generic palate to please everyone, honestly. And then my sides this time, I got the baked beans again. They are phenomenal. They have pieces of pork in them, and they have to me they have like a vinegar slash mustard taste, but I like that. I think it was delicious. I got the mac and cheese again, and the mac and cheese has the crushed up goldfish on top. A really good mac and cheese. It's not the best mac and cheese on property by any means, but it is really good. I got the potato salad this time and it was very, very good. It had like a dill flavor to it. And then this time I got the fried pickles, which are those spears over there. They're fried pickle spears. Um, and I asked for ranch, and they don't have ranch here, but they do have Hidden Valley's Green Goddess sauce, which is kind of like a ranch. So I asked for that as well, and he brought it. Those pickles were amazing. I would get the pickles again in a heartbeat. The baked beans are my favorite. And so all around, super good dessert. I sat right in front of Bo Peep. And then those are the cheddar biscuits with the pepper jelly. And I tell you, the first time we ate here in June with Wyatt, I don't think I really appreciated how amazing these biscuits taste. with the pepper jelly. I basically drank that jelly this time and I had all 4 biscuits. Sure did. Phenomenal. So good. To me, the biscuits taste a little bit like Red Lobster, but not with the, like, seasoning on it. It's just like a cheddar it's a biscuit with cheddar cheese in it, basically. So good. And so that's how I ended my day, day 3. I left right after that. I left about 9:30, took the tram or the tram to my car. I'm so glad those are up and running again. And then day 4, November 16th. This is the day before this is the day before Dawn's birthday. We decided to go into Magic Kingdom together this day. We were both kind of tired and it was raining really, really hard. So we kind of just hung out at the resort for a bit, watched the rain. And when it's kind of started to ease up, we decided, all right, let's just go for it. I think we left the resort at like 10 ish. Um, yeah, I said the day before her birthday, Will. This is the 16th. Thursday the 16th, day 4, the day before her birthday. Um, and so this is the day we spent together. We did a Magic Kingdom and monorail stroll this day. It was really rainy, but still a great time because I'm telling you, the park was basically empty this day. The rain keeps locals and AP holders away pretty much because if locals can choose to go a sunny day, they're not going to go on a rainy day. And so we had a great time. We rode Haunted Mansion 3 times in a row. Um, First thing, I mean, it was just walk on, walk on, walk on. And we had so much fun. We got to see the Crump's candlestick, and they had just put it in. We got to see that in the attic scene. You can miss it if you're not looking for it, but we got to see that. It was really, really cool. Um, then we rode Pirates, which was basically a walk on. And we decided while we were in line at Pirates, we wanted like a sit down meal just to get out of the rain. So I made a last minute reservation at Skipper Canteen to celebrate Dawn's birthday. We met these guys, Wendell, and tell me who the other one is, Will. Wendell and Shaker? Is that Shaker? We met them while walking around. And so then we headed over to Skipper Canteen for our dining reservation. We ate a little bit late, and so it was kind of an empty dining room. We started off with the Brazilian cheese bread, which by the way is not on the menu, but you can ask for it, and it is amazing. I ordered the taste like chicken because it is. And then Dawn ordered just like the shrimp appetizer as her meal. It had rice and stuff, so it was really, really delicious. She said it was so good it should be a full meal. The taste like chicken because it is very, very good. I think this is like the second or third time I've had it. I've also had their steak before and it's very good. Um, And then for dessert, I told our waitress that it was Dawn's birthday, and so she brought Dawn the cutest little dessert, and then I ordered the kungaloosh, which is like a chocolate dessert, and it has like a coffee type flavoring over it. So it was very good. And here's Dawn's cute little chocolate dessert. This is what they give you when you get the kids meal. And so if you or ever are here and you order the kids meal, that is what comes with the kids meal is this cute little chocolate dessert, and it has uh like a red sauce on it, and it has a cute little red chocolate thing to push in the top. It's very cute. It's very good. Um, Always a win at Skipper. We enjoy it. Super fun. Um, so after Skipper Canteen, we did Jingle Cruise. We waited, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, not terrible. Again, the Jingle Cruise always has a really high wait time around this time of year. I mean, you're always gonna be looking at an hour or more, and so you could really tell the rain drove people away this day. And then we decided to do the Tiki Room. Um, and then we rode the Haunted Mansion one last time before heading out to get this was a party day as well that we did not have tickets to, so we had to leave at 6 o'clock no matter what. So it was basically time for us to leave for the day. And then we ended up we rode after Haunted Mansion, we did ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We waited like 20 minutes, I think, for it, if that. It went really fast, which again lets you know how empty the park was. This was Thursday, so after we rode Mine Train, we looked at our clock and we realized, all right, we don't have very long before they kick us out. So we went ahead and headed to the monorail because the rain was coming down pretty hard. So we decided to head to the Grand Floridian to see the gingerbread house and pick something to eat from the gingerbread house. So we checked out this amazing, I mean, this gingerbread house could not be any more phenomenal. That's it in the middle. Um, Pictures just don't do it justice at all. The tree was not there when we were there yet. They put up the tree like a week after we left. And so here's the amazing gingerbread house, just so much fun. I put a picture of the ingredients on there. I'm sure you can't really read it very well, but um these are our amazing treats that we got. So Dawn got the chai tea cupcake sampler. And so there were 2 vanilla, 2 chocolates, and they each had like a different type of chai tea frosting, and they were very, very good. Um, I got and she also got the little gingerbread guy there, and she got the Grand Floridian pin that is sitting by her gingerbread man. And then I got the chocolate dipped gingerbread Mickey head. And then I got the Beauty and the Beast Christmas stocking gingerbread Grand Floridian pin off to the left. That pin is super cute. Cogsworth comes in up and down out of the top of the stocking, and then Dawn's shh bye. Son, I'm on a stream. You have to leave or not talk. Thank you. And then the gingerbread pin, it pops up and goes down. It like stands up. It has a cute little stand on it. So that's the one Dawn got. We went to someone's gonna have to help me out with the name of the cafe that's here. We left and got some Joffrey's coffee, ate some of our treats, and then we decided the rain was just coming down really, really hard again. So we decided to leave the Grand Floridian after a couple hours, get back on the monorail, and go back to our car at the Ticket and Transportation Center. And so, day 5, my trip slowly but surely is coming to a close. Friday, the 17th, this was actually Dawn's birthday. She was at Hollywood Studios with Mike Wheeler and Russ, and I was at Magic Kingdom. It still was pretty rainy. It started rainy, and then no, this wasn't my last day. I lie. This was not my last day. This was getting close to my last day. So I started off riding Pirates of the Caribbean, and I grabbed a last minute reservation for Diamond Horseshoe. On my way to Diamond Horseshoe, I did the Country Bear show twice and Pirates again. Then I met Liver Lips right here. And then it was time for my Diamond Horseshoe reservation at like 12 12:45, I think. Diamond Horseshoe is amazing. I love it. It is the best. So it's all you can eat. So you can see here there's like turkey, uh pot roast, there's several chicken I think is on there. There's several different kinds of meats. The stuffing, green beans, mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce, and the mac and cheese. It comes with gravy, but I don't mess with that. The dinner rolls are amazing, and so is the salad. And so I enjoyed an amazing meal there. Here are some pictures to the Country Bears show, since I know it'll be a little bit different soon. So I had an amazing time doing that. I joined the virtual queue for Tron, so I did Tron again. I then did Hall of Presidents and Haunted Mansion, and I did some shopping at Memento Mori. I got some pens, a phone case, this phone case, and a lanyard. I then Haunted Mansion, Hall of Presidents is always, I don't know, it makes you feel so American when you're in there. I don't know. I just leave with goosebumps every time. It's an amazing experience. So I do highly recommend it. I did do it this time just to get out of the rain, but I do not regret it at all because it's so amazing. Then I rode Small World, and that was a walk on. And then I did Fill Our Magic, and I hit the Festival of Fantasy Parade right after the Fill Our Magic show. So I stepped out at the right time and saw the Festival of Fantasy Parade from the front of the castle. And then after the parade, it was probably about 5-ish. It was just raining really hard, and so I had done so much at Magic Kingdom. I'd hit everything that I wanted to hit pretty much. I decided to just head back to the resort and get some rest because I knew the next day was a travel day for me. And so I kind of wanted to just get some rest, hang out at the resort, and wake up early and do my last day. So Saturday, the 18th, was my 6th day and departure day. I went to Epcot this day. It was finally sunny. It was literally the only day that was sunny the whole time I was there, which is fine because I always say a rainy day at Disney is better than a sunny day at home. This was Mickey and Minnie's birthday, by the way. Oh no, you're fine, Tina. I did not mean to go this long either. So this was a very, very, very busy day at Epcot. You could tell the Thanksgiving crowds were coming in. It was sunny. The Thanksgiving crowds were there. It's Saturday. It was very, very busy. I started my day with Spaceship Earth. I waited about 20 minutes to ride this ride. Then I did Living with the Land, which I love that ride during Christmas time. So here's some of the Christmas decorations at Living with the Land. And then I headed over to meet Figment. I had not done this. His meet and greet time was 12:30. I was in line right at 12:30. I waited about 30 minutes to meet him. Got his cute little signature card here. I grabbed 2 of these as well. They gave you as many of these as you wanted. So I gave one to Dawn. And so that's the back. So I met Figment. That was super fun to do. This was Mickey and Minnie's birthday, and it was also the last day of Food and Wine Festival as well. So I had not done Food and Wine Festival in June when we were there, so I decided to buy a few stocking stuffers for Wyatt, meet Figment. Dawn came into Epcot for a while with me. I took some pictures, and then I enjoyed some of the Food and Wine Festival. This right here, it was in the middle. You can see this was the Southern style pimento cheese, and I'm from the South, so it was delicious. So if I would have eaten 3 bowls of this if it wasn't so expensive. The pimento cheese is in a big little ball. In the bottom, there was char grilled bread to dip it in. and pickled carrots, pickled banana peppers, and then some pickle spears, and then a radish off to the side that was for decoration because I tried to eat it and I couldn't even bite into it. So, yeah, I don't recommend that. And so this was amazing. It was like $11 for this thing though, and it was not very much food. That's the only downside to Food and Wine Festival. I feel like you pay a lot and you don't get very much for it. But I would have eaten this 3 more times because it was that amazing. And then it was obviously so good I put it in my slideshow twice. And then I went over to the Mexico stand and I had like a taco type thing. It was not anything to write home about. Honestly, it was super expensive and it was not that good. That little thing was like $9. It was not fabulous by any means. So I was still kind of hungry and Dawn finally met up with me and she was very hungry too. So we rode the Three Caballeros and decided to just walk up at Nine Dragons to eat there. And they seated us immediately. So we got right in. We decided to each try the appetizer plate, which had 2 pork dumplings and 2 and 2 cream cheese ragoons. It was so good. And then after we ate that appetizer, we were still hungry. So Dawn ordered a plate of the sesame chicken with white rice, and we split that as well. Pro tip on all of your sit down experiences, get a water and a Coke or a water and whatever you drink. Always get a water because it's free there and you can have as much as you want. And then I always get a soft drink as well. So we had a lot of fun here. I relaxed until my boarding group was called for Guardians. And originally when I got my boarding group for Guardians, it said like 1:30 was my callback time. They ended up calling me, I think, at 2:45, and I had planned on leaving Epcot at 2 o'clock to kind of get back, pack, and get to the airport. But it's okay. It's okay. I made it just fine. So I ended taking some pictures. Right there, Road Guardians one last time. I absolutely love these what the cast members do with the water and the leaves and the flowers on the ground. I think it's amazing. So I had to take a picture of it. So this is me leaving, and I'm not gonna lie to you, you get so teary-eyed when you leave, even though it was Epcot and that's not even my favorite park. I was walking out and I was like, okay, I could do this. I could do this. I just like I didn't want to leave. And so I headed back to the resort, packed up my bag really, really, really quickly, and I got to the airport. It takes about an hour to get to the airport if you're not on the toll roads. So I was coming in real hot because I thought I was gonna be real late for my flight. Um, my flight ended up being amazing. I fly Southwest, and my flight was at what time was my flight? My flight was at 8:30, but they started, I mean, there was hardly anyone on my flight. I think they said there were only 72 people on the whole plane, and it honestly didn't even look like that much. They were seating people, like they were telling us to sit one person to a row, and I was on the front row. I have never been on the front row of an airplane. They were trying to even out the weight of the plane. It was a really good ride, really smooth, really funny. The guy was hilarious. And I ended up getting back to Dallas Fort Worth at like 10 o'clock, which was about 30 minutes earlier than expected. So my brother picked me up and brought me home, and I cannot wait to do it again. Oh, here's a Food and Wine Fest booklet too. I grabbed one of these, and I grabbed the card, the wine and wedge card from where I had the wine flight and the pimento cheese. So it was really fun. I got a little stamp at it. So always get one of these guides. Really fun. And so that was my trip. It was really awesome. I highly, highly, highly recommend um doing a solo-ish trip. Uh it was just so much fun. You get to do what you want. I just had a blast and I'm thankful Will let me do it. Hi Dean. No, you're fine. You're fine. Hi Adrian. Welcome in. Welcome in. And so it was just so much fun. I highly, highly recommend it to anyone who can get away and do a solo trip. And I highly recommend this time of year to go. Not now, but when I went, the 2 weeks after Halloween, right before Thanksgiving, there is hardly anyone in the parks. Um, and it's just an amazing experience. You can get so much stuff done, and it's still magical because they have Christmas decorations out. And so again, I had so much fun, and I highly, highly recommend it. Um, for any of you who don't know, I am a travel agent with Mickey Travels and Let's Adventure Travel. Mickey Travels owns Let's Adventure Travel. I do free travel planning with Mickey Travels to Disney World, Disneyland, Alani, Disney Cruise Line, and Adventures by Disney. Let's Adventure Travel is owned by the same people as Mickey Travels, but they do Universal Studios and different cruise lines. So I can also do Royal Caribbean Cruise Line and Celebrity Cruise as of right now. I'm looking into doing Carnival Cruise and Sandals Resorts later on down the line. And so if you would like to contact me about any one of those, my email is jbone at either mickeytravels.com or let'sadventuretravel.com. Let's Adventure Travel is for Universal stuff, and Mickey Travels is obviously for all of the Disney help. That QR code for some odd reason I don't think works. You can scan it. Hold on. Let me see if that QR code works. Oh yeah, that QR code works. So that QR code, scan that code right there, and it takes you to my link tree. All my contact information is on there. My Mickey Travels website is on there. You can sign up for my Mickey Travels monthly newsletter. You can follow me on Facebook and my Twitter. And then I have vacation quotes there for Disney World, Adventure by Disney, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Alani, and Universal Studios. So you can fill out if you're looking to go on a vacation. My services are 100% free to you. I never charge you a fee. Disney pays me after you travel. So that is how my fees are free. And so if you scan that QR code, it'll link you to my TikTok, Facebook page, all that kind of fun stuff. And you can get my monthly newsletter. So go ahead and scan that really fast if you want to. I'll leave it up just for a little bit so you can scan it. And then that is it for me. I am so glad you held in for an hour and a half with me on this Saturday morning. Dawn and Will are going live on Tuesday at their regular nighttime show to discuss the Universal trip that we took for Halloween. And then Will and I and my family leave for Disneyland on the 6th of December. The 7th, we arrive there and check in, and we have reservations at Goofy's Kitchen. The 8th, 9th, and 10th, we will be in the park at Disneyland, and then the 11th, we are headed home. So, Will and I will be out of pocket for just a little bit with my family. And then my next Brewing with the Bones is on December 16th. I will be talking about my experience with Universal and like the travel agent side of that. We are so excited for our Disneyland trip, Danielle. We have not been since 2016, and I am so excited. I cannot wait. And it doesn't even seem real, honestly. We're so close, but it doesn't seem real yet. I know. So we can. There's a way I can book SeaWorld too, Tina. I think I can book SeaWorld, honestly. And so I'll have to look into that. But yes, please like this video, share our channel out, share this video out, make sure to ring that bell so you know when we go live. And as always, don't forget to hurry back. Bye, everybody. Have a great, great Saturday. Bye. I know, another Disneyland birthday trip for me. Woo! We'll celebrate yours this time, too. And we've got to celebrate my dad's and my parents' anniversary. So, bye, guys. Bye.